Ever assigned a task and assumed it was handled, only to find out days later no one even saw it? Yeah, that moment when silence turns to panic is something every project coordinator knows way too well. The truth is, notifications get lost, emails get buried, and even Slack can be too noisy. What if your task assignments didn't just hope to be seen, but guaranteed a response? In this video, I'm going to show you how to build this exact setup using Knack's no-code flows, Bird connector app, and API integration. By the end, you'll find out that there is a system out there that improves visibility, boosts accountability, and runs on SO2 compliant infrastructure with zero coding required. At my company, Rise Productive, I'm responsible for keeping a remote team of copywriters, designers, and developers aligned. We use Knack to track all tasks, but we kept hitting the same wall. Team members were missing assignments, not because they were lazy, but because, they missed it, like things get disorganized online, okay? I was constantly chasing people down, sending reminders, and losing hours each week to trying to keep that communication loop closed. Well, open and closed in a way. Then I discovered Knack Flows and Bird SMS. In just 10 minutes, I created a workflow that sends an instant personalized text message to whoever is assigned a new task. Now the moment a record is created in Knack, the assignee gets pinged with a message that includes the task, name, due date, and a reminder to acknowledge. It lands right on their phone, no app to open, no inbox to sort through. All right, let's build this task ping automation that'll transform how your team handles assignments. Before we start, you'll need 3 things ready: a Knack account with your project management app already ready to set up, a Bird account with your API key handy, and make sure you have phone numbers stored in your task assignee records. In the name column on the main screen, we're going to click on the project management app link, and this opens the application builder where we're going to implement our setup. Now we need to go to the automation section. So we're going to go to the flows icon. We're going to click that little button page right there. And this is where all the Knack automation power lives. Time to create our flow from scratch. On the left side of the screen, we're going to click the Create Flow from Scratch button. This starts our automation journey with a clean slate. Naturally, we could have used a template, but since we wanted to learn the process end to end, it's better to start from scratch. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Let's give our automation a proper name. In the little top left corner over there, we can call it Task Ping or something like that. And you can also add an additional description like send SMS to assignee when new task is created to keep things organized. Now comes the crucial part: setting up the actual process. In the center of the screen, we're going to click the Add a Trigger box, and it's going to open up a dialog where we define when the automation runs. In the Set up a Trigger dialog, we need to choose where our data comes from. Click the Choose an App where your data will come from drop-down menu. And from that drop-down list, we're going to select your project management app. And this is where our new tasks are getting created. So after that, we're going to define the specific events that trigger our flow. We can click Choose an Event to trigger our flow from the drop-down menu. And we want to select New Record Created because we want it to fire whenever a new task is made. Great. So at the bottom right of the dialog, we're going to click the Continue button to save our trigger setup. And now we need to define what happens when a new task gets created. In the center of the screen, click inside the Add an Action box to open the Action Setup dialog. In the Add an Action dialog, we're going to need to choose where we're sending our data. So as we mentioned, Bird is going to be used, so we can select that from the list to set up this SMS service. And we're going to choose an action that is Send SMS from the options. So this tells the system that we want to send a text message. We'll click Continue. And from there, we're going to configure the SMS action. So here's where we connect the task to the SMS fields. So in the Bird SMS dialog setup, we need to populate several fields with the right info. So for the sender field, click inside it and you'll see the drop-down options. We want to expand the options from project management, app trigger, and select designated sender or ID. Now for the message content, this is going to be like basically what's sent in the automation. So we can click inside message text field, and here's where we're going to craft that message. So we can put the task title, the name of the assignee, due date, basically that example text I said earlier, right? Like, hey, Jordan, got a new landing page mockup due Friday. The variables populate based off of the actual data from the different fields, right? So naturally, you should create your own message content to adjust to fit your situation, whatever you think. For the recipients field, we're going to click inside it and map the phone number from your task assignee record. This ensures the message reaches the right person. In the type ID field, we need to enter our Bird API key. So you can go to Bird and enter that API key and select from the drop-down list. When we select SMS as the message type, it ensures it's going to go out as a text message. So between the API key and setting this up right, it's going to send the message out. So after that, we're just going to press save. And then we got to activate the flow. So in the upper right corner of the screen, you'll see that there's a start button. Let's click that to activate our flow. And you should see confirmation messages like flow has been successfully started, or your flow is on and the flow is running. Editing is prohibited so that there's no data loss. So just make sure that you don't get confused when it's like, oh, I can't edit this after it's on. You can just pause it and then edit it afterwards if you need to. So a real world result of this is that in the first couple of weeks, we saw a big uptick in responsiveness. People got texted that they had a task due. So there was less of that, oh, wait, what's going on? Oh, sorry, I missed that. That just stopped happening when I set this up for me. And I think you're gonna find the same results in your own system. So if you find it hard to keep people on track just with a to-do list, texting them their tasks and the due dates really does help. And I think that it's just really much higher of an open rate than an email or even a Slack message or ping. So if you want to try this out, I really do recommend it. There's a bunch of different cool workflows that we've built here, including Slack as an option too. So if you're interested in that, make sure to check out that video. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching this one. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.